I find a commonality with all of them, which was primal in nature.
Những người nguyên thủy mà gộp lại với nhau thì sẽ trở thành một bộ lạc. Người Việt Nam mình, nhất là các bạn trẻ, sẽ có cơ hội tiếp cận với cái mô hình này và đưa cái fitness, cái lifestyle, cái sport vào cái thế hệ tiếp theo của Việt Nam.
3, put down. 4, put it down.
Yeah. Nice close, guys. Yeah.
Make it more flexible. Yes.
Xin chào khán giả đến với chương trình Gen Health Podcast. Và đây là một số đặc biệt của Gen Health Podcast thuộc về Gen Health Movement. Mình là Linh, host của chương trình và founder của Natoric. Thì hôm nay mình đang có mặt ở Primal Lab, Thảo Điền, thành phố Hồ Chí Minh. Và hôm nay có Thảo, Marketing Manager của Primal Lab, sẽ giúp mình giới thiệu về cái dụng cụ và cái phòng tập của mình, của Primal ha.
Dạ vâng.
Thế thì câu hỏi đầu tiên là cái concept của Primal Lab là như thế nào?
Dạ. Trước hết là em chào anh Linh và mọi người, quý vị khán giả đang xem trên Health Podcast. Thì câu hỏi của anh Linh là concept của Primal là như thế nào? Thì em sẽ đi về quá khứ một chút, về tại sao mà Primal lại được tạo ra. Thì anh founder và co-founder của Primal thì cũng xuất phát từ một nhân viên văn phòng và yêu thích tập luyện. Thì khi mà ảnh đi tập, ảnh thấy được có hai cái concept này là một commercial gym. Mọi người đến tập tuy là có máy móc dụng cụ rất là nhiều, nhưng mà cảm giác đi tập một mình á, không ai nhớ tên ai rồi, và không có, ít khi nào có cộng đồng bạn bè, hoặc là những mô hình boutique fitness, những cái lớp tập nhỏ, mọi người sẽ thân với nhau hơn, sẽ có mối quan hệ và cộng đồng nhiều hơn, nhưng mà họ sẽ giới hạn về loại hình luyện tập, như là chỉ là tập tạ, hoặc là tập martial arts, hoặc là tập yoga thôi. Anh founder nghĩ là tại sao mình lại không tạo ra một nơi mà vừa có rất là nhiều loại hình dịch vụ cho member có thể lựa chọn, mà cũng là một nơi mọi người có thể có một cái cộng đồng, mọi người đều nhớ tên nhau nè, mọi người đều thúc nhau đi tập, và là một cái lifestyle để mọi người đi theo cùng. Thì đó là lý do Primal được tạo ra. Một cơ sở với lại 3 tầng. Có tầng strength ở lầu 1, tầng combat ở lầu 2, tầng women ở lầu 3. Có 3 bộ môn luyện tập khác nhau, và có cả cái phần phục hồi, recovery và wellness, và một cái cộng đồng gọi là Primal Tribe, để ở đây mọi người khi nào mọi người đi tập thì cũng có bạn bè và cũng có động lực để mà đi tập đều hơn.
Thì em có nói đến từ tribe.
Dạ đúng.
Tribe tiếng Anh là kiểu như bộ tộc.
Bộ lạc, dạ đúng rồi.
Thế thì tại sao lại gọi là tribe?
Dạ, cái đó thì lý do thì cũng đơn giản thôi. Tại vì Primal thì ý nghĩa là nguyên thủy, nguyên sinh, đúng không? Lúc đó tụi em loại hình luyện tập thì nó sẽ không có về máy móc nhiều, nó sẽ về cái body của mình, về grounded, về những cái body weight nhiều hơn. Thì tụi em sẽ dùng cái tên đó là Primal, là nguyên thủy. Thì những người nguyên thủy mà gộp lại với nhau thì sẽ trở thành một bộ lạc, nên sẽ gọi là từ tribe, là nó sẽ phù hợp nhất. Tại nó cũng vui khi mà mình làm một bộ lạc, mình không có bị đóng khuôn vào một cái tiêu chuẩn nào đó, nó sẽ thoải mái và nó tự do hơn.
Thế tức là nếu mà nói một cách đơn giản về Primal Lab của mình sẽ là một community này, của những người thích thể thao tập luyện cùng nhau này.
Dạ đúng rồi.
Các lớp học thì cũng nói chung mình thấy là vẫn khá nhỏ, tức là khoảng độ 10-15 bạn.
Dạ đúng rồi.
Có đủ các loại hình tập.
Dạ đúng rồi.
Đấy mình thì có thể là hôm nay mình tập về functional training, mình tập tạ, hôm sau thì mình có thể mình tập martial arts, mình tập combat.
Dạ đúng rồi.
Tức là gọi võ thuật, hoặc là có thể là mình tập yoga hoặc stretching.
Dạ đúng rồi.
Đó, và có cả phần wellness để có thể đi tắm bồn sục nóng lạnh thay đổi.
Đúng rồi.
Đúng không? Và có sauna và có tắm đá.
Dạ đúng rồi.
Đó
thì nó sẽ thành whole experience để cho mọi người không cần đi đâu hết, chỉ cần ở Primal thôi là có đủ tất cả.
Thế cái vision của công ty em là thế nào?
Dạ, vision của công ty em là đầu tiên là một nơi ở khu vực Thảo Điền, để cho mọi người không phải mất thời gian mà chẳng hạn đi tập yoga thì phải đi qua chi nhánh A, muốn đi tập martial arts thì phải đi qua gym B. Một nơi để mọi người có thể tiết kiệm thời gian di chuyển và tập ở đây thôi. Và cái vision gần đây nhất là sẽ tạo ra một cộng đồng để có thể đưa cái chuyện luyện tập nó đời hơn, nó đời sống hơn, và nó sẽ như là một cái routine của mọi người. Còn hơn là khi mà mình đi tập mà không có cộng đồng á, thì tập một mình nó sẽ rất buồn.
Đúng rồi.
Dạ, phải cần rất là nhiều động lực để mình đi tập. Còn nếu mà mình đi tập như là một buổi gặp gỡ bạn bè, khi mà không đi hôm đó thì sẽ rất là FOMO, tại vì mọi người rất là vui
Đúng
với
rồi.
nhau. Dạ, đây là cái vision mà tụi em muốn hướng tới, tạo một cái cộng đồng, mọi người ở đây ai cũng có cái lifestyle tập luyện. Sau đó rộng hơn thì sẽ nhân rộng mô hình này cho cả 3 miền Bắc Trung Nam, để người Việt Nam mình, nhất là các bạn trẻ, sẽ có cơ hội tiếp cận với cái mô hình này và đưa cái fitness, cái lifestyle, cái sport vào cái thế hệ tiếp theo của Việt Nam.
Tức là ý định của bên mình là sẽ mở rộng các cơ sở ra nữa đúng không?
Đúng
Các
rồi.
thành phố khác.
Dạ đúng rồi.
Thì hiện tại là mình đang ở Thảo Điền ha?
Dạ đúng rồi.
Đã có kế hoạch cụ thể chưa em?
Dạ có, sẽ tiếp theo là cũng ở trong Sài Gòn thôi. Những cái quận như là quận 1, quận 3 hoặc là quận 10. Dạ, trong thời gian ngắn sắp tới. Dạ đúng rồi.
Anh có thấy là bên Thảo có một cái đặc biệt là có một cái bảng tính điểm nha.
Dạ,
như là bảng thi đấu á.
Dạ đúng rồi.
Mà bên em hình như là hay có cái sự kiện challenge đúng không?
Dạ đúng rồi. Quay lại về cái mục tiêu là muốn mọi người đi tập đều đặn để có thể build được cái lifestyle. Khi mà mình có một xíu cái ganh đua lành mạnh thì lúc nào nó cũng sẽ vui hơn và sẽ có động lực hơn. Khi mà tổ chức thì tụi em đưa ra những cái hoạt động hàng tháng để cho mọi người có động lực để đi tập và có cái mục tiêu để đi tập. Hôm nay đi tập nhiều thì sẽ được bao nhiêu điểm, để mình ganh đua với bạn tập của mình, xem ai giải nhất, ai giải nhì, ai giải ba, và có những lập team với nhau để thi đua điểm với nhau nữa. Thì đó là cách người ta gọi là gamify cái fitness experience, cái quá trình tập luyện, để mình có thể có động lực đi tập hơn và mình đỡ chán.
Tiếng Việt mình gọi là hình như trò chơi hóa đó.
Dạ đúng rồi, trò chơi hóa,
vui hóa cái tập luyện.
Dạ đúng rồi. Vậy thì mời mọi người hôm nay cùng anh Linh và mọi người trải nghiệm Primal nha.
Welcome to the kettlebell conditioning class. You're good today, right? Ready for the workout? Alright everyone, jumping check. 5-0 as fast as possible. Make your heart rate increase. Alright, center, swing your arm. Okay, open your arm and close, then change. Okay, back to the center, swing your leg forward and backward. Okay, now right leg to the side, kick up. Hands on the hip, push your hip back, then stand up, squeeze your glute. Okay, very nice team. Now center, go down for the squat, hip back and down. You can also use your hand to support you. Now change the other side. Go down for one push-up. And up. Now walk your hands back. Bend your knee, round the back, stand up, raise your arm, squeeze your glutes, up your back. It's not about go as high as possible. It's about the form hip neutral. And you can stand your leg to feel the glute over here, the hamstring of the standing leg. Okay? Don't go too high. I want you to keep the hip neutral first. Now the hip is neutral, now kick the leg up. Okay, keep it there. Yeah, don't open and back. Kettlebell on the ground. In the middle of your leg and closer to your shin. From here, hip hinge. Now you hold the kettlebell round the shoulder, backward, shoulder blades down. Then you stand up fast, bring the kettlebell to the rock position. 3, put down. 4, put it down. And last one. Okay, very nice. 2, and back. 3, and back. Last 9, 4, and back. And last one. Alright, very good team. Yes, last 9, 6, 7, hip back. 8, 9, 10, really good team. Bring it up to the rock position. Now press it up. Over the head. Lock the elbow, your hand behind your ear. Okay? Up, clean, and press 4. And down. Last one, clean, and press up. And very nice. Change to the other side. So the right side, the hip, go to the right. Okay? Now look to the kettlebell. Look up to the kettlebell all the time for this movement. Now go down as low as possible. Okay, now imagine I'm in front of you and push yourself back. You need to look at the kettlebell. Okay, everyone, that's it for today. Thank you very much. You did a great job. Thank you. Thanks em.
Và hôm nay mình ở Primal có gặp anh founder là anh Lee. Hi anh Lee. Nice to meet you and taking the time for us. And also we have Felipe here today with us. Felipe is MMA Lion Championship, 65 kilogram, 11 years of practicing MMA. And they're gonna show me how to do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. But let's get to know anh Lee and Primal Lab a little bit first.
Sure.
Before we get into the exercise. So, Lee, maybe tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hi, my name is Lee. I am originally born in Canada. My parents are Vietnamese, and after university, I came to Vietnam to start a business. And the business I was in had nothing to do with fitness, had nothing to do with wellness. I actually was in the advertising and marketing space.
Nice.
And long story short, I got acquired and sold my business. And by 2020, I completely exited out of the industry in advertising and marketing and decided to follow a different passion of mine, which was fitness,
Wellness.
fight sport, building a concept that you see today called Primal.
Primal. Okay.
Yeah.
So why the name Primal?
Primal. Starting combat sports, I've always been doing combat sports since I was 30. So about the past 13, 14 years. And combat sports is all about striking. It's about the ground game. It's very, I guess, primal in nature as a human being. And also at the same time, when discovering strength training, I've always had a passion for strength training, but discovered group training with kettlebells, group training, functional training in a group environment to be a lot more inspiring and motivating. And at the same time, with yoga, with mobility, these recovery type exercises, I find a commonality with all of them, which was primal in nature. And that's where the name originated from.
Back to nature.
Yeah, I guess you can say so. So we have our kettlebell conditioning class, which is, I guess, our signature class downstairs. We have strength and conditioning, right? So strength and conditioning with kettlebells and other tools. And we have a class called body weight, which is strictly only body weight.
Kind of calisthenics style?
Calisthenics,
Yeah.
yes. We also have a class that targets females, which we called abs and glutes, to help shape abdominal muscles, the core, and the glutes for women.
Specifically for women?
Yeah, that seems to be a popular class for the females.
Okay.
So those are our core classes downstairs.
On the first floor.
Yes.
So where we are now is on the second floor, and this one is called Combat?
Correct.
So I guess it's all about different martial arts styles?
Correct, yes. So here we have what we call our alco bag class, which are these red balls filled with water that you see here. Our alco bag class is all boxing, no kicking. It's a class that focuses on cardio, a lot of cardio, loud music, very dark, with the LED screen that we have in the back here. And we have this LED screen because when you are in session, you wear what we call punching trackers. And what it does is it tracks your punch count, it tracks your power, and also it tracks your speed.
Nice.
So that's a very fun way to get people into boxing.
So you also see whether or not you improve after a few weeks?
Yeah, definitely, 100%. So everything's tracked, everything's monitored, it's gamified, there's a leaderboard, we have challenges. In fact, we're running a challenge right now that runs for the next week or two.
Okay.
Yeah, so we gamify the experience.
Nice.
And then that leads to other things, other aspects. We have one called kickboxing conditioning. So it's like the alco bag class, which is cardio boxing, but kickboxing conditioning is cardio kickboxing. Same idea. You wear the wearables, but with different exercises that not only use the alcohol bags, but they also use our banana bags. And also with our coaches that hold pads where you learn how to kick and punch.
Nice.
Next would be our Muay Thai class, which I guess you can call another upgrade if you want something more. So Muay Thai technique is strictly, it's part conditioning, part technique, where you learn some of the fundamentals of Muay Thai boxing, which involves the elbows and involves the knees and a little bit of clinching, a little bit more physical.
Yeah.
And then of course we have BJJ, we have Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, which is another aspect in the whole combat sport.
So, so I guess this floor is mostly men, or do you have women joining as well?
You know what? It's you'd think so, but no. I would say it's about 50-50.
Okay.
Yeah, our alcohol bag, our kickboxing conditioning classes, I would say is about 80% women.
Oh wow.
20% men. Yeah. I think, the insight that we get is the women love the training, love the cardio. Also, it's a stress reliever.
It's gamified. It's fun.
It's gamified. You get to punch stuff. You get to kick stuff. So, a lot of the women that we have here are women with children or office women. So they have a lot of stress.
Well,
Yeah.
I would better have my wife here punching stuff than screaming at me at home.
Exactly. And then when you get into the Muay Thai class, you get to the Jiu-Jitsu class, I would say it leans more to men.
Yeah.
Our Jiu-Jitsu classes, I would say, is about the reverse, where it's probably 70% men, 30% women, because it's a lot more physical.
Yeah. But definitely from the few minutes that I learned from Felipe today in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, I would definitely recommend any woman doing it.
Yeah.
Because it's so helpful for self-defense, and sometimes it's a bigger guy force over you, and with some technique you can defend yourself easily. So then that's the second floor, right? The combat floor.
Combat floor, yes.
And
correct.
the third floor is the movement floor.
We call it the movement floor, yes. So this floor is where you want to work on your flexibility, your mobility. Maybe you've been training a lot, or you're very sore or very stiff, maybe some back pain. Also, we have what we call recovery classes. I think one thing that's special about our movement floor, we have these things called infrared panels. So they're these white rectangular panels that are on the roof of our floor. And what it does is when they're turned on, they emit what's called infrared heat. Infrared rays. So what's special about it is it penetrates deep through your skin, right into your bone, and provides all these different health benefits.
Regenerative.
Yeah. For example, one would be melatonin. So let's say you finish work, right? We have our 7 p.m., 8 p.m. classes, recovery classes. We turn them on, and what we hear from our members is they have a much deeper sleep. After our classes, because the infrared panels actually create more of that melatonin chemical in your body.
There's medical studies about it. Red light wavelength is beneficial for basically helping you falling asleep.
Got it.
Later.
It's infrared heat. So it's not the red light.
Okay.
Yeah, but I guess it's maybe the sim.
If it's infrared?
Oh, it's hot.
It's hot.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say it goes to 38 to 42 degrees.
Okay.
Roughly. So it's not like an overwhelming heat.
Yeah.
It's a nice mild heat.
Yeah.
While you're doing an exercise. So I think that's another reason why a lot of our members are addicted to that floor, is because it makes it very easy to warm up into the exercise.
It helps with the stretching as well.
Yeah, 100%.
Relaxing the muscles.
It helps with the muscles immediately. We have feedback from members who train upstairs that their lower back, all their back pain starts to go away once they start training 2 or 3 times a week upstairs.
Yeah. So what do people do normally? They do second floor and then they go to third floor to relax? Or
it varies. I think everyone's very different. Like I guess someone like Felipe, a lot of strength training together with the combat classes. Less so upstairs, once in a while. And then we have other of our female members. They do a lot of the movement floor and only the Muay Thai. So it kind of varies.
Yeah. And some do only kettlebells.
Correct. Yeah. A big variety of members.
Yeah.
And then they have their own membership passes that we offer. So there's a lot of flexibility of what floor you want and what you need, frequency.
Nice.
But I think that the common thing that we find why people love Primal and why they keep coming back and how we have a long a lifespan, our customer lifespan is quite long is I think a key thing is just the people. I think
Community.
I would have to say that's what keeps them motivated, keeps them happy. We have our own WhatsApp group chats with all the members, and you can see everyone interacting and kind of pushing each other and helping each other, motivate each other. Because a lot of the times, I think when you start training, if you don't have that kind of support, then your motivation starts to drop.
Yeah.
So that part's very important for us here at Primal, is to always have activities, challenges, and it doesn't have to be physical.
Yeah.
We do outings, we go to the bar, we do these social gatherings, and we partner up with the different F&B establishments around town to create these events to keep that.
Yeah, that's nice. I can imagine, I can feel that, especially for beginner, if you train alone or there's no one there to motivate you, it's really hard to stay on the course.
Correct. And I think with jiu-jitsu, it's that's why jiu-jitsu is such a great part of Primal, because of its values and its purpose and its motivations really aligns with what we're trying to build here.
Then there's a recovery part.
Yes.
I remember the first time I heard about Primal Lab was not because of the exercises. It was because when I came here and I like to do ice bath.
Okay.
A cold plunge.
Right.
And I was like, where can I do it? And people tell me, just go to Primal, they have it.
Right.
So cold plunge is one of the things that you have.
Yeah.
So what else do you have here?
Right. So our wellness amenities, we have what we call our cold plunge, the 2 ice barrels you see downstairs. Also our hot sauna, which is right side by side. So we started off with those, and the idea was a minute and a half, 2 minutes in the ice, do another 15, 20 minutes in the sauna, and repeat. Yeah. And then we decided, you know what, let's build also a magnesium bath. So you have the cold bath, which is 10 degrees, consistent 10 degrees, top to bottom. And right next to it is a hot bath, which is 42 degrees. Mixed inside the water is magnesium, Epsom salt, which has other benefits to your skin and your body for recovery. We found that it's very complementary.
I love those because every time I go from hot to cold, you might think your body's under stress, yes, beginning if not use it, but at some point your mind gets used it, you expected it, and then I can sleep so well after that. This is very relaxing.
I actually love the mornings. So when I wake up in the morning, I jump into the cold bath for a minute or two and I'm up, I'm awake. Yeah. I'm focused. Even after like a night having a couple drinks, I'll come here in the morning, I'll jump in the cold bath or the ice barrels for a minute or two, do that routine, minute or two in the ice, 10, 15 in the sauna, minute 2 in the ice for a couple of rounds. And then when I sit back in my office chair, I'm focused.
So we have the second guest for today. It's Felipe, a champion of MMA and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
I started Jiu-Jitsu when I was a kid the first time. And but I stopped, I didn't have like some consistency. Without stop, I'm practicing Jiu-Jitsu for almost 12 years. Jiu-Jitsu, I started in Brazil, like to white belt until the black belt. And then I moved into to introduce Jiu-Jitsu for more people around the world, okay? So basically Jiu-Jitsu, you can see like the guys wrestling and try like some beat each other. When you go to the Jiu-Jitsu class, you are trying learn the techniques. So the techniques make you be very present, okay? So in a class also you have all the environment that it's a environment respectful and with your friends, with your colleagues, your professor, a brotherhood because you're training with more people, so one need help each other. Discipline because you also have like the line and you learn with the people higher belt than us. So it's a together with like the physical training, we have a lot of good morals and values that bring us like on this hour training, where like being a reflect of the training in your own life. So basically, like being a better in the sport and also being a better in the life or in relations, in the work, in everything, like become a reflect of the train.
Yeah, I remember when we trained together, I was very focused because I was trying to get the technique right. So it's probably what you meant about when you come here and you train, you really forget about anything else.
Exactly. So many people have so many troubles and problems, struggles in their life. So when they are in the mat, they forget everything, because once that you like think about another thing, you already cannot do the technique, the technique, and this during the technique, but also in jiu-jitsu, then you start like try do the technique with more his resistance, so you need to be even more focused, and for sure you cannot like keep the things that making noise in your heads inside the mat. So basically when you step over the mat, you already like you feel disconnected of another things, and you need to be total present. Yeah.
So if you need to describe to somebody who has never heard about Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, you can tell it's a type of martial arts, but how would you describe it to a person so that he or she can imagine what it's about?
I put like a instrument to change your life, okay? Because maybe sometimes don't gonna be like the easiest sports, you know, like I'm gonna say a pickleball or something, but gonna teach you a lot of values, okay, for your life. Gonna make your body strong, okay? You're gonna learn how to fall on the floor. You're gonna learn how to stand up. You're gonna learn how to escape from a very bad situation. You're gonna learn how to escape from a bad situation. They stay in a good situation. So everyone that are in the life, you know that sometimes you have a good moment, sometimes you have a bad moments, and learn how to like face these good and bad moments is that make you success. So basically, you learn this on the mat. You're like learning how to do this on your work, on your business. You're gonna be a much more successful person, because basically, who learn how to don't give up in the bets, learn how to don't give up in the life.
Yeah, it's very interesting because and I find it amazing is that normally when people think about martial arts, they always think, karate, boxing, so you learn how to beat up somebody, which is when even when you talk about it, the word self-defense comes almost very last. So it's more about the philosophy, about the discipline, about your inner peace. Then comes the technique and all the others, which I find is quite eye-opening. So how do you come from BJJ, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, to MMA?
Yeah. So for me, MMA was interesting because basically the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in the MMA, they have a very correlated story, because who created the MMA was the people that create Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu also. So I always was curious to see like how my Jiu-Jitsu gonna works in a real combat, you know, if I can protect myself and can submit the guys, like using less violence possible, you know, because jiu-jitsu is the way that you can control someone else without using any punch, any kick. So it's very peaceful, you know. You don't need like a hit and hurt someone to show that you can protect yourself and can win. So this was very curious about me, and then I say let's try the experience, and I did, and I get belts, I win fights, and this was very fun.
I guess some people are just very talented in learning new things. Let's say if somebody comes to Primal Lab and wants to learn Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, what would normally be the schedule? Like once or twice or 3 times a week? And what would the person learn, like the different step of learning BJJ?
Usually I say like when you starting like to BJJ, someone that never trained before, like you start very basic. So it's like a baby, you know, like that are born and they're learning how to walk. So you start with basic and fundamental techniques, okay? That you're gonna first you're gonna think about building your body to get a good protection, to learn the basics. And with the time of a few weeks that you have a structure of the techniques already, and your body also know how to move and to protect yourself better, then you start to do the technique with more resistance, and then a flow, and then in more reality. But we respect a lot the process to building you and make you a very good structure on your body to learn it even better with the time.
From what I heard is also that you guys teach Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu for kids.
Yeah.
How are the classes?
Yeah, so we have a class from the kids from 4 years old until 13. And actually, I think if you're here in this podcast and you want to choose a sport for your kids, this is the best present that you can give for your kids. Yeah. Okay? So when you put them in a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, first, the kid gonna find her own community, have friends. Many kids like because they meet a lot of friends in the mat. They gonna learn how to protect themselves, okay? Because the parents not all the time are with the kids. The kids are in the school and they grow. They gonna have some activities that they gonna do together. So once that they have a confidence and they feel important, that they can be themselves, Because sometimes if the kids not confidence, even adults, they try be like another person to include in the community. Okay, so you learn how to be confident. You learn how to be also disciplined. Okay, because the kids learn how to be disciplined here. You have a homework. You have to study. You also need to do this.
Yeah.
So it's a many good. Not many good things. It's just good things that you're gonna bring for the life of your kids. That maybe if you give opportunity to, they learn it 100%. All the kids that they start in the first class they won, and after a few months they're totally different. They listen their parents. They love more, because in the same way that I put the discipline, also we need a hug. We need to show respect. So. It's teaching kids about the balance between the discipline and also between love. So they become much more closer with the family. So just good things that I think every kids should try. Yeah. Break fall very important in Jiu-Jitsu, and also have this exercise that they're gonna show that you call technical stand-up. This is the easiest way to stand up, okay? In many times in Jiu-Jitsu or in self-defense, you need to stand up quickly, okay? So basic, I need to use 2 points of base on the floor. One is my foot, another my hand, okay? So I'm gonna keep my base on the foot and my hand in the front, my arm in the front of my face, and this leg gonna bring under my body, like that, and then stand up. Okay, and then I can go to break fall, and then technical stand up. One more, break fall. Yeah. Oh, you forgot. One more. Don't forget to tap the mat here, in the same way, okay? And one more, the leg come under your body. So remember about the 2 bases. You have one is your foot, and another your hand. Okay. So now your right leg gonna be under your body. So you lift up your hips and yes, now stand up.
Somehow the right side more natural to me.
So one technique gonna be the double leg, okay? In another technique, gonna be a kimura. Okay, I'm here with my friend, okay? And he gonna do the technique that we call double leg. What is the double leg? Okay, I bend my knees a bit, I have my hands in front of my chest. And now I'm gonna step close, and I'm gonna put my knee in the middle of his leg. And I'm gonna grab his knee on, and I'm gonna push him. Oh.
To forward.
Yeah. Okay, close guard. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah. So this is the double leg. Now you do the double leg on me. Do the same. Yeah. Okay, so you come here, he push.
Grab the leg.
Okay, and now I'm gonna close guard. So here I have the close guard. This Jiu-Jitsu is very famous around the world. Why? Because the only one martial art that you can attack from bottom. Yeah, so now he take me down. I am bottom. What I can do? I can do something. I'm gonna attack him. So I'm gonna grab his wrist, and my another arm gonna pass cross over his shoulder. And now I pass and I grab my own wrist. And now I'm gonna bring his wrist against his neck.
Okay.
And then I have the shoulder lock here.
Yeah.
It's very painful.
So go down.
Yeah, knee on the floor. Yes. Good job. Yeah, knees on the floor.
Okay.
Now you let it go here. Yeah. So we're gonna go here. I grab.
Okay. Good.
Yeah. Yeah. Now you close guard. Yeah. Yes. And now you're gonna attack his arm. What arm you prefer? Yeah. So this go like that, and this go over the shoulder. Try go higher. Yes.
Yeah.
And you grab your own wrist here. This hand grab your own wrist. This hand.
Yeah. So Jiu-Jitsu is actually Japanese, right? Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is different.
Actually, Jiu-Jitsu starting before go to Japan. Start in India. Because the monges they learn martial art and self-defense to protect the temples against the invaders. And in Japan also like a very big culture of martial art and war and protections. They learn like the martial art to protect. But what happened before in Japan, Jiu-Jitsu is more similar Judo. Judo is the martial art that is more like about the
famous technique you throw.
Yeah, throw and finish.
Yeah.
And then the very small Brazilian guy, he learned how to use the system of leverage. So like this, Kimura leverage, Amba leverage, and many submissions.
Yeah.
So was the first time and the only one martial art in the world that changed the nationality, Japanese to Brazilian.
To Brazilian, yeah.
Yeah. Like the meaning of Jiu-Jitsu in Japanese is a gentle art. Yeah, because it's very gentle, because you give the opportunity of our opponent tap and we stop.
How do you? So you
It's not
basically
something. It's not something that I'm gonna like punch him and hurt.
Yeah.
You know.
So, but basically the goal is to get the other guys into a lock.
Yes.
So then it hurts so much that he needs to tap.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Basically, like if you're practicing, you're gonna tap before you hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Before you hurt, you tap and then have to stop. Okay.
Does it happen in the contest that some guys just doesn't tap?
Yes, for sure. Yes, and then or the arm gonna break, or you're gonna like
Dislocate shoulder.
yeah, dislocate the shoulder. But also when you like doing the submission in the neck, happen that they cut the oxygen on your brain and you sleep for a few minutes. A few seconds.
Okay.
So
Interesting.
Yeah.
I heard about it. I saw it on television. Never understood.
yeah, so it's very good also because once that you know that you can protect yourself.
Yeah.
Some people that never practice martial arts, they think that you become violent, but it's totally opposite, you know. When you're confident, you become much calmer, you know. You're not the person that can need to prove something that you know how to fight, you know. You fight every day and you train every day, so you're much more calm, much more like confident. Yeah.
I think the technique you just showed me is extremely important for women to protect themselves.
Exactly.
Because if the guy tries to force it over her, she's gonna land in that position.
Exactly.
And then just one simple technique and she can free herself.
Yes, exactly. Actually, I saw here in Vietnam, one video was viral in the internet, like the guy trying like do some aggression for the woman, and exactly in this position. So maybe if she knows Jiu-Jitsu, can protect herself very well.
Exactly.
Yeah. But also Jiu-Jitsu very popular, like around the world. I always say for you, like we can attack from bottom, but also like the smaller person is like can beat the big guy. It's the only one martial art that this can happen. Example, if like I boxing, if the guy bigger than me, the guy gonna be much stronger, right?
Yeah.
But in Jiu-Jitsu, no, like because the leverage and the movements. Sometimes you're speedy, sometimes you're more technical. You can beat the bigger guy. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna show one more submission. Okay. So from close guard again. Yeah. So it's interesting that we can attack from this position, right?
Yeah.
So this position is very popular, also very famous. Yeah. The name is triangle.
Triangle.
So I need to control both of his arms, and now I need to be avoid of one arm in this scenario. I'm gonna push, and I'm gonna come with my leg over the shoulder.
Yeah.
Over the shoulder, pass 1.
Yeah.
And now another gonna pass 2. I cross my feet. You see that I just work with my legs, right? Yeah. Now I'm gonna pass his arm to the side. Okay. And now here he still can breathe, but I'm gonna grab my leg, foot on the hips, I rotate, and now I lock the triangle. Remember the warm up that lock the triangle?
Yes.
Yeah. So now here it
That's what
looks
it's
very
called,
intense, yeah?
yeah.
But I even can be more powerful. So I'm gonna squeeze my knees and I'm gonna pull from here.
Yeah.
All right, now stretching your body one more time. And then we turn to the other side from the left first, and then touch to your toes, bring it to the right, and then bring it back to the ceiling. Now bring it, reach that forward first, and then bring it up to the ceiling. Try to move it backward as much as you can. More. Great, feel that? Okay, now lean to the right side. Yes, try to put the stick down to the ground. Yes, inhale, whip back to the center. Exhale to the left side. Yes. Yes. All right, now put the right leg, the right heel forward in on the block. Okay, always keep your toes up to the ceiling. Lengthen for your back, always keep that strengthened like this. Okay, now exhale, you bend the other knee, lower hip as much as you can do. And then look forward to the big toes, fold forward, but always try to strengthen for your back. Don't curve in your back like this. You don't need to lower your chest. Just keep it here and then bring it up. Yes, 3, 2, 1, release. All right. Okay, you feel the inner thigh. Now we just rotate for your hip. Try to bring your knee higher as much as you can do. Yes, try to open that wider. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Change the direction. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, change to the left side. Bring the left knee up. The left. Okay, you just, okay, now let's do it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Change the direction. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, release. Yes, exactly. Twist for your belly and also your lower back, middle back. Make it more flexible. Yes. 10. Strengthen more. Yes. 9. Higher. Yes. 8. 7. Yes. Okay, bend the left knee. Put the left foot to the inner right thigh. Yes. Okay. Now release for your hand. Always lengthen for your back. Work for your hip. Yes. Make it more flexible. Good. Higher. Yes. 8. 7. 6. Inhale up 2 more times. Exhale down. Inhale up. Last time. Exhale down. All right. We're done now. Just 30 minutes. Okay. Thank you.